The big story, or at least the big move in stock today, has been in Fortis. The Supreme Court extended the stay on the long-awaited open offer to Fortis Health Care shareholders by IHH. The move dashes hopes and dents the stock big time. Ekta is standing by, and she's going to tell us, what has happened so far, because, I mean, it's a story which has been on for the last 3-4 years, and what from here. Ekta, over to you.
Well, the news of a stay on the open offer and a possible forensic audit is a setback for Fortis shareholders. First, a quick background of the deal that took place in 2018. The twists and turns for the Fortis sale began when the promoter-appointed Fortis board entered into a deal with TPG Manipal in March of 2018, after which they agreed to consider unsolicited bids, which eventually resulted in the board opting for the Sunil Munjal Berman bid in May of 2018. The institutional investors were unhappy with the promoter-led board, eventually reconstituted the Fortis board and decided to begin a fresh bidding process. In what was a highly publicized and, might I say, scrutinized bidding process, IHH's 4,000 crore bid was chosen over TPG Manipal by the board, taking into account recommendations from financial advisors Standard Chartered, Upward Capital and legal advisors from Luthra & Luthra and Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas. The 26% open offer was triggered by IHH after they infused 4,000 crores via a preferential allotment in Fortis for 31% stake. The 3,350 crore open offer put on hold 4 days before it was expected to begin on a plea moved by Daiichi Sankyo. The delay in the open offer has thrown up a few questions, such as what does this mean for IHH? The Malaysian conglomerate, despite the delay in the open offer, according to the Fortis management, has been committed to Fortis. However, analysts point out concerns over a forensic audit and uncertainty over the open offer might make them look at the Fortis stock as a possible M&A candidate. The other question is the shareholders. They have seen a delay in the open offer since close to 4 years. SEBI too had urged the courts in 2020 to allow the open offer to go ahead. Experts, however, point out that yes, while it is right for shareholders, the open offer has to be put into context. In this case, with the validity of the deal in question, the open offer doesn't take precedence. Lastly, what about the Fortis stock and overall operations? While the stock has corrected today, it has given returns of over 90% when comparing the open offer price of 170 rupees and the 52-week high the stock was sitting at just last week. In terms of performance as well, the Fortis chain with over 30 medical facilities recorded a growth in both revenue and EBITDA since the IHH takeover, with Q1 FY23 seeing one of the best quarters for the hospital business. While Fortis has said they are seeking legal advice to decide the future course of action, going forward, the street will closely watch factors such as the forensic audit, the hospital sustaining their performance, IHH's commitment when it comes to expansion plans, and pending deals such as SRL Diagnostics, PE firms exiting, and lastly, Fortis possibly being an M&A candidate.
Ekta, thank you very much for that. That last bit is the really interesting one, isn't it? Will IHH, and have you picked up anything, Ekta, on this in terms of whether IHH may actually sort of put this on the block now? I think the 30+% that they own already.
Well, I have been speaking to a couple of people who are close to the deal. The management, the Fortis management themselves have said that that IHH is completely committed. And the thing is that IHH is exiting some operations globally as well. That's what experts have told me. Hence, India becomes a very important piece of the puzzle on a larger scale for IHH. So it might not be so easy for them to exit. But remember, they are a larger conglomerate. They have operations across the globe. So dealing with these kind of uncertainties as they have since 2018 might not bode well for them in the future. Hence, there could be a consideration of maybe a larger player coming through and buying that 30% stake.
Ekta, thanks a lot for that.